There we go. All right. So yeah, like I was saying, if you've got like a favorite card in the set or anything like that, let me know. Because I think there's a lot of cool stuff in this set. I'm pretty excited. I'm going to try to get onto Facebook here too. Okay, that way people can come hang out with us. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about Innistrad Midnight Hunt. It's kind of just in time for Halloween. I was just celebrating today that it's finally fall, and this set has a super like Halloween vibe to it. I don't know if you guys have seen anything from it yet. I've been looking. I've played some stuff on Arena. I did my blind pre-release the other day, which you guys may or may not have seen. If you haven't, you can check it out on our YouTube channel. But yeah, basically we just, I avoid spoilers for the whole season of spoilers, and then I do a pre-release, like a super fresh look at the pre-release without having done anything with the set, and we just see how we do. So yeah, so we'll open like a little bit of this. What's up? David, you want to open a pack?
Ooh.
You want to start us off?
Oh, a Midnight Hunt?
Yeah, Midnight Hunt.
Can I whisper it?
Yeah, whisper it.
Okay.
Grab one from the stack.
It's like that, it's like that trick when you pull like the tablecloth out.
Oh, you did it.
Boom.
Nailed it. Now I'm opening that row because we're not gonna open the whole box.
All right, here we go. Let me get in the shot here. Oh gosh, Magic packs are so much different than Flesh and Blood packs, but
they are.
All right. Don't know any sort of sequencing on these. These are Giraffe Boosters, right?
Yep.
And we want werewolves.
There you go.
Was it like Torvar or something like that? Oh. We got
there you
Night
go.
and Day?
Yeah, the Night and Day on the...
An Ooze token. Play with fire. So foil right off the bat?
Yeah, sometimes they're reversed. Oh, that's pretty
dude.
cool.
What's the deal with these items?
Those
wow,
are really
these
cool.
Lands?
Whoa. Yeah, those are really cool.
Is that... And it's full...
It's kind of like etched-ish.
It's almost foil.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just super Oh, man.
Those are pretty dope.
Well...
Oh, that seems good.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. So if anyone is wondering about my whispering skills.
Yeah, that was pretty good. You said werewolf. I mean, that's as close to werewolf as you can get.
So this is like top... Like, I think I just saw Channel Fireball might have done like a top 5 cards. This is number 2.
Okay.
So
nice.
Renin 7, I think, is number 1.
Okay.
Showcase Arlen, though. Hold
yeah, that's pretty cool.
my monster. Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's dope.
So if I whisper it, do I get it? Sunrise Cavalier, I love dragons.
Purifying Dragon, is it purifying, right?
Yeah.
It's actually pretty decent too. It's
deals
not
1
bad.
damage to target creature defending player controls. If that creature is a zombie, it deals 2. Oh.
Yeah,
oh, that's like
terrible.
a nuts bomb in draft.
It's really good in draft.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Flash and reach? Sure. Why not? Oh, mana fixing. I dig it. Revenge of the Drowned. No Way Out. Immolate.
Dude.
You're welcome.
You did good. You did good. Way to go. Yeah, those lands.
You gotta top that now.
Yeah, right? Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can top that. All right, let's keep it going. We're gonna open this row. So we're getting a sneak peek. At 6:30 today, we're drafting this set at Unison Games Cafe, and we are hoping for good stuff. Oh, Fateful Absence is pretty good. That's another really good card for draft. I think it's a good card in general. It's foil. Destroy a target creature or planeswalker its controller investigates, which means they create a clue artifact that says pay to sack this and draw a card. So obviously you're giving them card advantage, but it's only 2 mana and it removes like any creature or planeswalker. There's a swamp, pretty nice. All right, Rem Corollas, Stalwart Slayer. pretty good. Flying Haste. If a spell would deal damage to you or another permanent you control, prevent that damage. If a spell would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals that much +1. Yeah, that seems pretty good. It seems really good. Heirloom Mirror, which turns into Inherent Fiend, Rite of Oblivion, Obsessive. Okay, so we've got Flashback in this set. If you haven't gotten a chance to play with this set yet, Flashback is really good. Maybe you remember Flashback from some older sets. As an additional cost to cast the spell, sacrifice a non-land permanent, exile target non-land permanent. For a white and a black, that's pretty strong. But you can Flashback for a different cost. You play it from your graveyard and then exile it. So you essentially get a removal spell twice. So that's pretty good. Bird Admirer, which turns into Wing Shredder. This is such a sad card. Because she likes birds, but then she kills them as the werewolf part. Thraben Exorcism. Guys, there's so much removal in this set. We in the same pack, we've gotten 3 removal spells. 1 in each rarity. We get a rare, we got a uncommon, and a common removal spell. Watch out for removal as you're doing your drafts. Otherworldly Gaze, Evolving Wilds is back. Deafen Straight. Volderan Stinger is a really strong early game common in red. It's got first strike as long as it's attacking. It's a 1/1 for 1, but then for 2 in a red, you can give it +2/+0. Classic pump, but the fact that it has first strike when it's attacking is pretty decent. Novice Occultist, Ardent Elementalist. Sweet. I think this set's going to be a lot of fun to draft. That's what I'm calling. Obviously, it's just coming out today, so I'm not going to, say that it's just super joy to draft because we really haven't drafted it much, but that's my question. We got another showcase here. Sereth the Viper's Fang is a human warlock, 2 and 2 green. Other tapped creatures you control have Death Touch. Okay. Other untapped creatures you control have Hexproof. 1, untap another target creature or land you control. Very interesting. Okay, Flame Channeler. Unnatural Moonrise. It becomes night, so that's interesting because their whole thing, we actually got a token right here. So day and night cares. This is day. There's also a night token. They transform your creatures that are daybound or nightbound. So let's see if we've got an example of that. Arlen is daybound or nightbound. So daybound, if it's day, she's this, and if it's night, she's this. So pretty interesting mechanic. But this just straight up turns it into day. Usually to turn it into night, if you cast no spells, it becomes night. So you would have to essentially take a turn off to make it night, but this just makes it night. So that's cool. Ecstatic Awakener is another really, really solid card in draft. You're definitely going to want this for sure. For 1 mana, 1 black mana, right? It's a 1/1. And you pay 2 and a black, sacrifice another creature, draw a card, and transform this, and it becomes a 4/4. Really solid card. Hedwig's Mask, Candle Trap, Stuffed Bear, Falcon Abomination, Pestilent Wolf, Secrets of the Key, Neonate's Rush, Crawl from the Cellar, and another Volderan Stinger. Very good common. We're going to put our pulls out here. There's another one. Love the border in this. Magic has really been killing it with their showcase artwork. Really, really good. All right, we're going again. We got Plains, pretty solid. Grafted Identity. As an additional cost to cast a spell, sack a creature. Enchant creature. You control the enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1. That's kind of cool. So you just steal, you sacrifice your worst creature to steal your opponent's best creature. Very cool. Ghoulish Procession. Join the dance. Create 2 1/1 white human creature tokens, but you can flash it back. Pretty good. I like Gavany Trapper as well. It's 1 white. You can pay 2 and tap it to tap target creature. Just don't make sure that you don't pass priority before when they go to combat, so that you can use it to tap down your creatures. All right, Festival Crasher, Crawl from the Cellar. All right, it's looking good so far. seeing some cards that are relevant for draft, which is good because that's kind of what I wanted to do, was kind of talk about draft and talk about some cards that we could play. Ooh, Mountain, cool. Hey, Teferi, who slows the sunset. That's pretty good. 2, a white and a blue. 4, loyalty, Planeswalker. +1, choose up to 1 target artifact, up to 1 target creature, and up to 1 target land. Untap the chosen permanents you control. Tap the chosen permanents you don't control. You gain 2 life. Whoa, that's really good. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand and the rest of the bottom in any order. And -7, you get an emblem with untap all permanents you control during each opponent's untap step. You draw a card during each opponent's draw step. Seems really good. Seems really good, yeah. Teferi is kind of like just known as a really good planeswalker, I feel like. His cards are just always so good. Okay, Shady Traveler, Thraben Exorcism, Soul Guide Gryff, Jack-o'-lantern, Tapping at the Window, Flip the Switch, Moonrager Slash, Blood Pact, another really solid card for draft. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. That could actually win you the game if you target your opponent when they have not a lot of life, but it's also really good for the early game for you, just to kind of get things moving if you need to. All right, how many packs did we open? How many did we say we're going to open? Like 6 or 10, right? We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packs. So let's get 5 more. Save those for later. All right, we've already seen 2 mythics. So David helped us out. He picked the right stack to open. Islands. Rockfall Vale. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands. So these are they're not new, but they're new to standard for right now. Those are always good to have. Spellrune Painter, Volderan Ambusher, Vivisection. I actually really like this card too. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature, draw 3 cards. I think it's pretty strong. Disturb is another mechanic. Disturb means you can cast it from your graveyard, and if you do, it comes in transformed. So one of the things that I think will make this set pretty fun to draft is a lot of the cards have, with Flashback and Disturbed, you essentially have 2 opportunities to use that card, which is pretty good. Flare of Faith, Pax Betrayal, Plummet, Larder, Zombie, Novice Occultist, Neonate's Rush, Eaten Alive, Volderan Stinger. Pretty good. All right, let's see. We got a couple more packs that we're going to crack open here. We got a bat. All right, Tovolar, Dire Overlord. Here's a werewolf for us. Whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Pretty powerful. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 3 or more wolves and or werewolves, it becomes night. Then transform any number of human werewolves you control. Interesting. Daybound, the Nightbound version. Whenever a wolf or werewolf you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. The same effect as before. And then X and a red and a green. Target wolf or werewolf you control gets +X, +O, and gains trample till end of turn. Pretty good. Nice way to close out the game. And this graphic is really used a lot for the set too. That was our foil. We've got a mythic land here as our variable slot. Hostile. Very nice. I like that. That's a good pun, guys. Tap, add colorless mana, or 1 tap, sack a creature, put a soul counter on hostile. Then, if there are 3 or more soul counters on it, remove those counters, transform it, then untap it. Activate only as a sorcery. Then it becomes Creeping In, which is a 3/7. Whenever it attacks, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard. If you do, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of creeping cards, creature cards exiled with Creeping In. If you pay 4, this thing phases out, which is, again, kind of crazy. Very good. Okay. We'll go right there. Winterthorn Blessing. Put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature you control. Tap up to 1 target creature you don't control, and that creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. Pretty solid, especially because it's got Flashback, Diregraph Rebirth, Gale Drifter, which turns into Whale Drifter. Very nice flavor. Flare of Faith, Return to Nature, Unblinking Observer, Duel for Dominance. Coven is a new word that we have here, and essentially it's choose. They care about having different powers. So choose target creature you control and target creature you don't control. If you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, put a +1/+1 counter on the chosen creature. Then the chosen creatures fight each other. Pretty good. Pretty good. Secrets of the Key. Falkenrath Perforator. Morkrut Behemoth is pretty dope. Yeah, as an additional cost to cast this, either sacrifice a creature or pay 1 in a black. It's a Menace 7/6er though. So for 5, you can get a 7/6 out with Menace. Honestly, even if you pay the full price of this, 7, it's still pretty decent. Having Menace on a 7/6 is huge in any kind of limited format. All right, 3 more packs, and then we'll save the rest for later tonight when we do our draft. We got a Swamp. The Celestis. There we go. If it's neither day or night, it becomes day as it enters the battlefield. You can tap to add a mana of any color. 3 and tap it, and if it's night, it becomes day. Otherwise, it becomes night. Activate only as a sorcery. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, you gain 1 life, and you may draw 1 card. If you do, discard a card. Pretty good. Another opportunity to make it day or night without having to be bound, that was a pun, to making the regular conditions happen, like casting 0 spells to make it night or casting 2 or more spells to make it day. Unruly Mob. Actually, Unruly Mob's pretty good. This is a reprint. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 on this. It's pretty good, especially with all the creatures that have decay in this set, which this one talks about it, I guess. The 2/2 black zombie creature token with Decayed. Creature with Decayed, it can't block, and when it attacks, you have to sacrifice it at the end of the combat. So, could be pretty good with Unruly Mob if you have stuff that cares about decay. Alright. Very sweet. There's our Decayed Zombie token. There's a Plains. Vadric, Astral Archmage. It's a human wizard. If it's neither day or night, it becomes day as this enters the battlefield. Instant sorcery spells you cast cost X less, where X is Vadric's power. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, put a +1/+1 on this. Pretty cool. Covert Cut Purse. I was actually hoping we got some of these. When Covert Cut Purse enters the battlefield, destroy target creature you don't control that was dealt damage this turn. It's a 2/1, and it says Disturb, and it comes in as Covetous Geist, flying and Death Touch. If this would be put in the graveyard permanent or exile instead. That's what all of the, I think all of the Disturb stuff says. Grizzly Gal. Harvesttide Infiltrator, pretty good red spell. 3/2 trample for 3 is not bad. And then Nightbound is a 4/4 trample. Pretty decent. Ritual Guardian, Bramble Armor, Startle, Stuffed Bear, Timberland Guide, Lambhold Harrier, Shadow Beast Sighting, Blade Brand. Last pack for right now. Thanks for joining us. If you're interested, come on down. There's still time to join. We haven't sold out of our spots. There's still time to join our draft today. Starts at 6:30. Burn down the house. Let's go. Choose one. Either this deals 5 damage to each creature and each planeswalker, or you create 3 1/1 red devils with when this dies, it deals 1 damage, and they gain haste until end of turn. Oh, that's pretty dope looking. Baneblade Scoundrel. Very cool. Whenever this becomes blocked, each creature blocking it gets -1/-1 until end of turn, and is daybound. Baneclaw Marauder says the same thing. When it becomes blocked, each blocking creature gets -1/-1, but when a creature blocking this dies, that creature loses 1 life as well. And it's a 4/3 on the day side, and on the night side, it's a 5/4. Lunar Frenzy, Hungry for More, Bird Admirer. Look at what the back of that looks like. Pretty sweet. Blessed Defiance, Clarion Cathars, Stormrider Spirit. I believe that's another reprint there. It's a 3/3 flash flyer for 5. Pretty regular there. Path to the Festivals. Pretty decent for getting your land out of your deck. Candlegrove Witch, Diregraph Horde, Brimstone Vandal, and Eccentric Farmer. Good way to self-mill into some land. All right, 10 packs, like I said, pretty cool. I think this set looks a lot of fun to play with, and so I hope you guys are excited, but I'm not going to hold you guys any longer. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully I'll see some of you later today at our draft. If not, I'll see you in the next video.